So I despise lying. It always really, really bugged me. I think it's in part because my mom was just such an honest person, and it's probably been instilled in me in that way. Um, but it really gets me when somebody's lying. Now, there's lying, and then there's bending the truth, and then there's creating certain narratives that can be viewed from multiple different perspectives. So it's really not a black and white thing. It can get very complex. And so I recently had a client who struggled with this because she also didn't want to lie, but she also didn't want to tell her business clients that she's gonna have another baby and going on maternity leave for a number of months, right? So when new business came rolling in, she didn't want to tell people I'm taking a couple of months off because I'm having a second baby, because the fear is that those people will just go to someone else, because many mothers don't come back from maternity leave and continue to work, or their life is now completely different. She's very confident that she's going to continue to work, right? But she wants to minimize the risk of other people having their assumptions, wrong assumptions, and not continuing a business relationship. So she tried to figure out what narrative to create when telling people that for the next couple of months, she's not going to have any time for most things, right? And it got pretty playful because there's so many interesting puns that we can use. And so some of the things that came up were, I'm having a really, really big project in the pipeline that is going to take all of my time for the next couple of months. So I'm not taking on any new work at the moment. Without the context of babies, this all sounds just like any other business person, right? That nobody would think twice about that. Oh, I have a crazy client at the moment who's taking up all of my free time. You know, I even work through a lot of the nights at the moment. You know, if you don't have the context of maternity or paternity in that way, you wouldn't really rethink it or doubt it, or you probably just accept it, right? I've got a really messy project coming up. I mean, there's a lot of ways in which you can tell the truth, which without actually telling people certain details that will create certain assumptions that might not be the case, right? So that's not lying at all. That's creating a narrative that helps other people to respect your no in a way that you respect them, in a way that they can respect you back. You know, that circumvents all of kind of the fear and the anxiety, and you're saying the truth with every single word, right? Does that feel like you're bending the truth? Maybe, maybe not, you know, but it's navigating what sits right with you specifically, right? And people have different thresholds of how far they're willing to go. Some people will outright lie, and that's fine with them morally and ethically. You know, oh yeah, no, I've got too much work on, and that's okay with them. For me, I know where I'm in that kind of threshold, but it's really exciting to help people navigate how far are they willing and able to go and still feel good about themselves, still feeling authentic, you know, because we can do a lot of work by creating the right kind of narrative. And it's really important to do that in order to have an authentic lived experience at work and in life.